Hello everyone and welcome to Fun Math Friday. Today we are going to play a game called Mystery Number, which is one of my favorite math games to play with first graders because we get to use the greatest math tool ever, a 120 chart. But before we play this game, there's a couple of really important math ideas that we need to review, like building a two-digit number and recognizing some really important patterns on a 120 chart. And after we review those two things, we can play the game Mystery Number. And you can actually keep this video playing for the game. This will be kind of a guided game that you can just keep this video playing for. Okay. So the first thing that we will review is how to build a two-digit number. And you've all been working so hard these past 2 days on iReady identifying and building two-digit numbers. And I've been looking and you have all been doing such an awesome job. I've been really, really impressed. So this is just going to be a quick review about how to build a two-digit number. So first, I'm going to show you a two-digit number. And the number that I have here is 27. And we know that this is a two-digit number because there are two digits in it, a 2 and a 7. But this number is special because each digit has a different value. And we know we can break this number apart into tens and ones. We know that 27 has 2 tens and 7 ones. And we can check to make sure that that matches our number by counting these base 10 blocks that you see in the second rectangle here. Okay, so let's start by counting our 2 tens and our 7 ones. So each 10 stick has the value of 10 and each one block has the value of 1, just as a quick reminder. All right, so 10, 20, and then we'll move on to our ones, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, so 27 has a 2 in the tens place and a 7 in the ones place. The next thing that we're going to review is patterns on a 120 chart, which will be really useful for today's game of Mystery Number. We became almost experts at recognizing patterns in a 120 chart in the classroom. So this is going to be another quick review just to give our brains a reminder of some of those patterns that we can notice in a 120 chart. So the first super important pattern that we can recognize in a 120 chart is by looking across the rows. Now remember, rows go across a straight line like this, okay? So the first thing that we notice when we're going across the rows is that the numbers are getting bigger. When we took a closer look, we realized that each time we move a space across the 120 chart in the rows, the numbers were getting bigger by 1. All right, so let's check this thinking by starting at the row with the number 1. As we go across, the numbers are getting bigger. So we know 1 plus 1 more is 2. 2 plus 1 more is 3. 3 plus 1 more is 4. 4 plus 1 more is 5. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So every time we move across the 120 chart, the numbers are getting bigger by 1. We also recognized another super important pattern in our 120 chart, and we noticed that as we go down the columns, the numbers are also getting bigger. But this time they don't get bigger by just 1, they're getting bigger by 10. And as we move down the columns, we can count by 10. So let's start here at our 10. And as we go down, we can count by tens all the way to 120. So I'm going to count, and if you want to count with me on your computer, you can. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So we noticed that first in our top row and in our last column of the 120 chart. But when we looked even closer at the 120 chart, we realized that it didn't matter what number we started with. And every time we moved across the rows, the numbers increased or got bigger by 1. Okay, so we can see that when we start at the number 21, the digit in the ones place keeps getting bigger by 1. And the same is true for columns. No matter which column we start at, as we move down the chart, each number is still increasing or getting bigger by 10, and we can see the digit in the tens place getting bigger as we move down the column, starting at 5 as well. So this time the digit in the tens place is increasing and the digit in the ones place stays the same the entire time. Okay, so now that we have gone over those super important math ideas, we are ready to play mystery number, and you just need 3 things to play this game. You need a pencil or a pen, you need your mystery number recording sheet, and your 120 chart. As I'm reading the clues for this game, I'll keep a 120 chart on the screen just in case you don't have yours that you brought home or you don't have one to print, okay? All right. So the directions on your mystery number recording sheet say to use your 120 chart to identify the mystery number and answer questions. So in my hand on these sticky notes, I have some clues, and you can use your 120 chart to find the number based on the clue I read. The first clue I read will be an example that we can do together, and the rest are ones that you will do on your own or with help from an adult at home. All right, so the example clue is find the number that is 10 more than 106. So the first thing that I'm going to want to do is find the number 106 on my 120 chart. So I just found it, and I'm going to mark it with a yellow tile. But my mystery number is not 106 because the clue says the number that is 10 more than 106. So I need to use my patterns that I know on a 120 chart and find the number that is 10 more by going down the column to the next number. So the mystery number here would be 116 because that is 10 more than 106. So once you find your mystery number, you can record it in the space where it says mystery number on your mystery number recording sheet. Okay. Now, some of these clues might also try to trick you. I might say, find the number that is 10 less than 106. And this time, when I'm saying 10 less, I can't move down the column because that's getting bigger. I would need to say more. When I'm saying less, I need to move up the column because that is when the numbers are getting smaller. So the number that's 10 less than 106 is, move up one space, to 96. So then I would record that in my mystery number recording sheet. And then I would answer some questions about the number 96. So what number is 1 more than 96? So we can use our 120 chart and look and see that it is 97. And I would record that in that space right there. And same for the rest of these questions, just record all the answers that you find in the space in your 120 chart. All right, so these next clues, I have 9 more clues for every space on your mystery number recording sheet, and you can do this in 2 ways. The first way that you can do it is listen to the clues and record the numbers in the on the recording sheet, or you can pause after every clue, answer all the questions, and then unpause the video to move to the next video or to move to the next clue. It's up to you. So I'm going to have a 120 chart up on the screen as I read these clues, and you fill out your game sheet. All right, the first clue is find the number that has 4 10s and 6 1s. Your next clue is find the number that has a 5 in the tens place and a 7 in the ones place. Your next clue is to find a number that has an 8 in the ones place and a 1 in the tens place. Your next clue is to find the number that is 10 more than 92. Your next clue is to find the number that is 10 less than 120. All right, we've got 3 more clues. Your next clue is to find the number that is 1 more than 68. Find the number that is 1 less than 119. And your last clue is find the number with 4 tens and 4 ones. All right, that is the end of our math review and our math game for today. We will have a fun math game every Friday, and me or one of the other first grade teachers will put together a video and an example to show you how to play the math game and do a quick review. I hope this was fun and that you can use this game if you're feeling like having some math fun in the future. Have a great Friday. Bye.